Hello everyone, it's Brett here, Lionheart84. We've got a little bit of a mystery here, an unexpected surprise. Now, it's not this avocado, and now if you've watched my little video on this before, when I was digging this raised bed here, or filling it up with soil and digging over the garden before I put the raised bed in, I dug up an avocado stone that was germinating, and it was this one here, and obviously I hadn't, this was rough ground at the end of my garden, and I'd never thrown any waste products down here, and I'd certainly never thrown the avocado stones out, and yet I found this avocado that was germinating, and I believe it was probably buried by a squirrel. I mean, obviously they normally bury peanuts, but I have an inkling that it might have been found by a squirrel somewhere and buried in the garden, and it germinated. So I decided, while I was putting this bed in, I thought I'd put it in a pot and perhaps overwinter it, which I did do in my summer house, and then plant it out again and see how it did. So you might have seen me do that, but what has really surprised me is not that, but this. Now, this is a complete and utter mystery to me. This is very clearly an avocado seedling that's coming up here. Now, I'm absolutely convinced that when I filled this border up with, it was a mixture of garden soil, but I also used a load of bagged compost and perlite and sand and other additions, and I certainly didn't see any avocado stones in the soil when I was building this raised bed. So I'm thinking that another stone has been buried here by a squirrel, quite possibly last autumn, because I planted a few plants in this border must be about last, I think it was August. Was it August? I think I built this raised border and planted it up with plants such as my strawberry guava there. But I certainly won't have done any work in the border since about September, and this bark was on here and doesn't seem to have been disturbed. So I'm thinking that a squirrel probably buried this stone last September or October. I'm not quite sure what a squirrel would be doing with an avocado stone, but it may have confused it for a giant nut if it found it in someone's compost bin or outside in their garden where they threw it out. But it's quite possible this stone has been buried deep under the ground. I kind of looked, and there's nothing on the surface, and actually looks like it might have sent up a second shoot. But I'm just wondering just how deep the stone may be. It may well be that it's down. It might be buried sort of 6-8 inches under the ground, which might explain why it survived the winter and has now germinated next summer. I mean, we're in August now, so it's taken it quite a long time to germinate, and it may well be it's come from 6 or 8 inches down. But I'm going to leave it. I can't see any point pulling it out. It's probably going to be a hass, but it's not in the way, and the chances are it won't survive if we get a normal cold winter. But in any case, I thought it'd be interesting to video it, because it's not the sort of volunteer seedling you expect to find popping up in your garden in this country. Fair enough if you've got tomatoes and things popping up because you've grown tomatoes, and you perhaps throw a little tomato on the ground and it germinates, and you end up with what we call free volunteers, but you don't expect to find avocados popping up in an English garden, because it's not the sort of thing that finds its way into the soil. Anyway, I thought that might interest the avocado enthusiast. It's already about 4 inches tall. Obviously it's not going to be very big by the end of summer, probably only going to be about 8 inches tall, so it's very little chance it would survive the winter. But I don't need any more avocados in pots, so I think I'll just leave it here and follow its progress. So thanks for watching that video, I much appreciate it. please give me a thumbs up. By all means, share the video. Please subscribe to my channel, and remember to click on the bell if you'd like to get updated as to when new videos come out. I'll catch up with you all soon. Brett out for now.